The Goblin Curse is a new spell coming to Clash Royale, and it is one of the craziest things that has ever been added in this game. This is a 2 elixir epic spell. As you can see from the card description, enemy troops in the arena will receive extra damage from attacks and become goblins when destroyed. Deals damage to enemies over time? Yeah, let's unpack all of that. So first things first, the Goblin Curse has this stat called damage amplification. So when you play your own cards inside of the spell, their damage will be boosted by 50%. And then when enemies are defeated within the Goblin Curse's radius, they will turn into goblins that are the same level of the spell. So let's look at it in action, see what it actually does. Versus the Skeleton Army, you put the Goblin Curse around it, and all of the skeletons just turn into goblins. And then yeah, if you don't have a spell to counter push against that, it's over. Then here we can see the damage amplification. The 3 skeletons on the left do more damage to the Hog Rider, allowing the Hog Rider to be taken out easier and then turned into a goblin. One other thing I wanted to point out is that it doesn't do a lot of damage to King Tower. I mean, it does do some damage, but this is not a spell you want to use to cycle with. And also against regular cards like, say, a wizard, it won't do a good job of taking them out. It just doesn't do a lot of damage on its own. It will do good against swarms as the card demo showed, but I think this spell is best played when paired with other stuff. So for example, let's do the Goblin Curse versus the Elixir Golem. So you pair the Goblin Curse with other stuff, and then those skeletons can chip away really fast at the Elixir blobs, and then you have a counter push. So really quickly, I want to help you guys visualize this damage amplification more, because I think this is the most significant part of the new Goblin Curse. I think it's kind of going to be hard to get value from turning cards into goblins without the inclusion of swarms, but this will be viable pretty much anywhere and any time. So here's a pretty standard interaction. We're gonna do P.E.K.K.A. versus Royal Giant. The P.E.K.K.A. normally will take out the Royal Giant in 4 swings, and that's even with the help of the Princess Tower. But this interaction changes with the help of the Goblin Curse. You will be able to see that the P.E.K.K.A. will take out the Royal Giant now in 3 swings and do a lot more damage with each one of her swings. Pairing the Goblin Curse with any sort of tank is going to be an insane defensive combo. Overall, when I look at the Goblin Curse, I see a spell that is incredibly valuable for only 2 elixir, and I definitely see it working its way into a bunch of archetypes in Clash Royale.